Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you, and let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. ILIS holding on during the week from hell. Man, I'm telling you, the stock market has been going crazy. First of all, we're this close to recession. I think we're right at the very beginning of it. We've got interest rates going through the roof. We've got incredibly high inflation. If you go to a grocery store, go buy gas, I mean, it's awful. Go buy some lumber. Oh, good. You better get a loan if you're going to do that. So it's really terrible. And we have had some government, we've had some government representatives that have been going out trying to tell us that it's not that bad and the economy's doing good. I actually have a video of that.
All is well!
That's right. All is well. There's nothing to see out there. Everything is fine. Oh my gosh. And the stock market, what did it drop? Almost 1,000 points a couple of times last week. Friday, I think it dropped 900 points on the Dow and almost 500 points on the NASDAQ, which is even worse. So it's been something else. So all high risk assets and companies have been getting hammered. I think Netflix is down to, what are they down to? 200 bucks or something? Facebook got hammered early on about several weeks ago, and I've been buying Facebook, and it had a really good week. I think it was up about 10 or 15% because their earnings were okay. They were good. I mean, heck, a year ago that would have skyrocketed that stock, but it was up about 10 or 15%. I've been buying that, and what else? A Dropbox. I bought Penn National for the first time. I've been watching Penn National for about a year, and it finally got down to a PE ratio of about 15, so that suited me. So I did buy Penn. And I bought some ILIS this week when it got down to support, and I'd been talking about that for weeks. And what else did I buy? Oh, Palantir. Bought a bunch of Palantir. Anything under 12, I'm fairly comfortable with Palantir. It gets down 11 and 10, then I get much more comfortable, and I buy actually larger amounts. Because here's the thing, the lower a stock goes, the more comfortable I get. Realize a lot of people, now it depends on the stock, especially in this environment. This is a brutal environment. Understand those fundamentals better be there. You better have good cash flow. It's obviously better if you've got earnings, but Palantir actually had good cash flow, and I think, well, this is not a Palantir video, but anyway, I have been watching it pretty closely. Those are the types of stocks I'm buying right now. I'm being super careful. This is a risky time. When I buy a stock right now, it's kind of like this. Yeah, you buy it, you better run a little bit because it's going to get a little rough. But I think this is an interesting time. I know it sucks out there, but I think there's some good buys out there. But that's me. You do what suits you. But for me right now, I think it's a pretty decent time to buy. But I like it when it's really fearful out there. That's when I'm more comfortable. Now, there is one other problem that we're dealing with, and that's the supply chain issue, which also is affecting inflation. And we've got a China problem because China has decided that the way to deal with this Rona, or the latest version that every other country in the world has dealt with in a different way, they've decided to shut everything down or a bunch of places down, which is just dumb. Did they learn nothing from the other countries?
Thank you for playing. Should we or should we not follow the advice of the galactically stupid?
Now, ILIS right now, they're at the FDIC 2022, a big convention, and they say they're having real good days there. They've actually got some letters of intent signed. And if you don't know what a letter of intent is, it's basically the understanding that a company and another company or two individuals would come together, and they would come up with the understanding of this is what we're going to give you for your company, for example. And they'll go through all the basic details of all that, and then they turn that over to an attorney, and they actually put it into a legal form that would actually be binding. A letter of intent is not binding. It's just basically it's about 80 or 90% of the work ahead of time before you turn it over to the attorneys mainly, because you might as well go through all that work. And then, like I said, they'll put together a contract at some point, and the actual purchase will happen. So anyway, they're obviously looking to buy some businesses and also sell some products here, and you can see pictures of everything they're doing there. And it says, day 2 of 3 is over. We're pleased with the huge boost to the sales pipeline of the businesses, and letter of intent signed and new deals on the table. So very busy. And here you see the stock is holding on, and it's, look, everything else, so many things crashed this week. It's unbelievable. This one is staying right at that support of about 11.5 cents. For me, this is where I like to buy this stock right now. I told you back in here, I've been waiting, and I was very patient and stubborn, and I just wasn't going to give in until it either hit here or ran up. If I missed out on adding to my position, so be it. This is not a time to be cavalier with your money. So anyway, that's right now I'm liking this position as far as adding to it. And like I said, I'm doing exactly that. I added down here to 11.6 or whatever it was, 11.5 cents, and I'll probably add a little bit more here. There is another support down here at 10. And, if it dropped down to here, I would add some more. For me, the lower it goes, the more comfortable I get as far as adding. Doesn't mean I'm happy by any stretch, but again, the lower a stock price goes, the more comfortable I get as far as adding to my position or starting a position. Now realize ILIS is not your average penny stock. Most penny stocks right now people aren't touching. This is a very caustic environment to say the least. But ILIS's revenue is growing at a very substantial pace, very nice. A lot of that's acquisitions. A lot of it is that they're growing the companies that they own, that's the important part to me. It's more important to me that they grow the companies they own than that they acquire companies. But, and that's really what they talk about is the thing that they're most focused on. So this is a great increase, and this could get substantial if they make some other acquisitions that they're really working hard on. And that's our understanding. And again, remember, this is a profitable company, which is rare in the penny stock land. They've made a profit in every quarter, and it is rising at a nice level. And they're at about a 15% profit margin, that's good for this sector. That's about right. Fire and safety is a profitable sector because, again, if you don't have fire and safety, you're not doing anything with a public building or anything along those lines. You have to have it. It's not something you get to determine. You either have it or you're not doing anything, period. And they've talked a lot about the European deal. We know the first phase is basically complete. They're working on the second phase. That could be huge. The share reduction, I'm still annoyed at the $1.22 billion that they've got listed on their OTC, and it's still sitting right here at 1.22, and that needs to be updated, and I'm annoyed by that. That needs to be, I want to see the exact number. But I am glad that they're being audited as we speak. They've decided to go up to the OTCQB, and you have to be audited by a company that's listed under those requirements. So that's really making me feel more comfortable about this company. And I look forward to seeing the completion of that and seeing all the details to it. The 10 possible acquisitions, of course, that's up and down as they go. But a 9-figure acquisition they're working on in the U.S., that would dramatically change their revenue and really increase the size of this company, which would be good for us as shareholders. Uplist in 3 to 6 months, according to JP Backwell and Nick Link, with no reverse split. That's very important. They both have spoken to that. And so far, they've been doing what they say they're going to do. Well, now understand, I don't know JP Backwell or Nick Link, the CEO. You probably don't either. So far, they've been doing what they say they're going to do. So, as long as they continue down that path, I'm going to be comfortable with them. But like I said, I feel good about the auditing. That's great. And of course, we've talked about the water mist technology. If you've watched this channel, you know all about that. And discussions with Tesla and the Vera drones, which they just put out a PR release about a week or two ago that was very interesting. And they're working hard on that. And also the metaverse with a company they recently purchased about 30, 40 days ago. So anyway, I'm glad to see this company is staying up there at the 11.5 cents and not dropping down further. Like I said, this has been a terrible week, and I'm telling you, ILIS has been holding on pretty good. That's right. Sometimes you just got to hold on best you can, especially in this environment. Oh my gosh. I'm sure if you've owned any other penny stocks, it's a very, very tough market. We're going into what probably is a recession. I don't see any way around that. And the more they raise the interest rates, the more likely we're going to go into a recession. But if they don't raise interest rates, guess what? We're going to have even higher inflation. So the Fed's in a tough spot right now. They really are. And they can run around and say all's well all they want, but it's not good. It's no bueno. All right, folks, and that's ILIS today. And ILIS held on during the week from hell. Hopefully skies will get a little bit bluer in the future. I'm hoping a year from now, I'm feeling like this about ILIS. That's right, baby frugal. Anyway, time will certainly tell. And anyway, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover ILIS. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that gum button. Smash it. Anyway, I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.